Great leaders believe passionately in absolute integrity. They never compromise it. Success Magazine ran a study some years ago where they interviewed 30,000 frontline employees from every conceivable industry and professions, where they were asking them one question: which leadership quality do you value most from your manager? Guess what? All of them, they gave one answer and one answer only: integrity, either as number one or number two. Integrity. You see, every one of us want to work for a manager or a boss that we know he could be trusted. Same thing applies to politics. Every one of us wants to vote for a leader that we know he could be trusted. Every one of us makes mistakes, but only men and women of integrity owns up to it. Integrity is making sure that the things you say and the things you do are in alignment. Leaders of integrity not only practice what they preach, but they are what they preach. It is obvious that the leaders who are leading us currently, politically that is, and those who aspire to lead us in the future are not leaders or men and women of integrity. Check this out.
In defense of our president, we went to parliament and opened an ad hoc committee and said a swimming pool is a fire pool. Uyabona swimming pool leyo data sayichinja sathi fire pool. Uminister of police ebile qhopho engaselanga tywala ubona ukuthi lento bubuxoki kunzima uexplain ubuxoki kaloku. People have lost their careers because of that thing. Yaye constitutional court yathi sivota in two weeks time wabuya umkhweng get judgment enjani wabetha upresident wethu wathi he's not fit for office samnyamezela and loo nto ayichuwanga ndim ukuthi he's not fit for office yayibhalwe phansi i-court judgment ilaa tshomi yakhe umkhweng ndiyambona yitshomi ngoku bajayiva bobabini andimbazi but umkhweng wakhupha i-judgment wabasa umsholozi samnyamezela. Namhlanje uthi akakwazi unyamezela upresident wethu ongazange wabethwa i-judgment.
350 is not enough for our people. Our people want jobs. If we give them jobs, they will build their own houses. And that's what ACT is going to do. We don't talk, we act.
When these 350 were started, Mr. Mahashule say you were there and you didn't do anything, you didn't say anything. But now that you are no more there, now these 350s are not enough. Okay, sir, really? And you expect us to trust you now that you are not in an ANC?
We'll be here in Welkom where our kids are involved in drugs. We are here in Welkom where our people have no food. We are here where the roads are bad and government is quiet.
But Welkom is in Free State where Ace Mahashule was a premier. He was serving as a premier. So he didn't fix those potholes. He didn't support the youth that was struggling with drugs. And all of a sudden, because now he's no more a minister of that place. So now he's blaming government that he was part of. It just does not make sense, does it? Where is your integrity, Mr. Ace Magashule, sir?
You have been fingered that as the leader of the province in the past, all this that we see happening now, the sewer all over the places, the bad roads all over the places with potholes, those are your legacies as the leader who has been leading the province, and you have left a mess. What can you say to
lie to the people of South Africa? They know that during our time, the 22 roads, provincially and national roads, 100% okay. 26 townships from Cornelia, Dwelling, Arlington, paved. Ottendal, here where we are, every town, Vredefort, every town paved during our time. We are finishing off all those things.
Yeah. Now the road were paved now. All of a sudden, the road were paved, everything was fine during his tenure, yet he just told us now that the road doesn't put holes here in Velcom, children on drugs and everything. Imagine a leader just flip-flopping right in front of our eyes, yet we are still, some of us are going to vote for him, for his party. Problem with integrity, a serious problem with integrity. Now you want us to believe that you are going to do something that you failed to do it way back then, while you were still a premier, while you still had resources and funds. Really?
We are going to win elections. Very confident. There's not going to be any rigging of elections. Our eyes are going to be open because we know, I've been part of the ANC, we know what's going to happen. And all as black parties, we have met and we have agreed that we are not going to allow any elections to be rigged.
Have you rigged elections before while you were still in the ANC?
See what I mean? Previous elections, while Ace was still with an ANC, were rigged. Mr. Magashule just told us that.
Maybe we need to change the way to vote. What is this thing of the vote a secret that no one knows? Then it is counted elsewhere. Why aren't the votes of people counted in the full view of the public? I'm sorry, I'm even knocking over things speaking in frustration.
Yeah. These are kind of leaders that some of us citizens are still going to vote them back to power. Imagine that. Let me hear your comment below. And please don't forget to subscribe.